All right, let's jump into it. So how do I play this game again? No, I'm just kidding. Actually, wait a minute. That is so cool. He really did get second place. That's amazing. Mood Trapper at second. That is so freaking cool. I love it. Oh, that is awesome. Let's go. Actually, wait. What deck? Oh, yeah, we can roll with this one. This one's fine. Like, I didn't know exactly which deck I was actually bringing, so I guess this works out fine, actually. All right, so let's see. What do we got first? Weird. So, it's always Kaiba. It's always Kaiba. So I feel like it's actually been a little bit of time since I've actually streamed Duel Links. Alright, let's see what we got. Kaiser Vorse Raider. If you control no monsters, you can specialize the card from your hand. This card destroys and puts the monster by battle. Gains 500. Interesting. Maybe they're actually just playing as Kaiba Boy. Alright, so let's draw. Medrot. Interesting. Alright. I think we got some spice here. So let's actually just give him the impression that I don't have a Medrot in hand as well. Let's see what actually happens, though. Alright, so that's going to resolve, so that's good. We're going to tribute off the Merlin. We're going to go for the Medrot from the deck. Ultimate Providence. Ooh. That's actually kind of painful. I mean, it's not all that bad considering the fact that he no longer has access to any cards in his hand. And I could just simply use until the number is needed once again to protect myself. So it could be worse. It could be worse. Interesting. All right, let's go. Yo, Rokumet, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you had a great weekend. That's actually hilarious. We actually draw into another Merlin. Interesting. We could totally use that. Yo, Mudlight Gaming, welcome to the stream as well. Hope you're having a good weekend as well, dude. What you been up to? All right, so let's try this again. It didn't work out the first time because of Ultimate Providence, but they don't have a card in hand to actually stop us. We're good to go here. All right, so that's good. Let's see. All right, cool. So now we're going to start popping off here because this is what this deck generally does. So let's go with Medrot. Enemy controller? I mean, that's fine. They can totally do that. That's totally fine. Diablo 3 after the hype of BlizzCon. Yo, like, are you hyped because of the, what about the, like, didn't they just release, like, Diablo 2 remake or something like that? That seems pretty hype. Like, are they still even doing Diablo Immortal, by the way? Like, is that still a thing, please? I couldn't find anything about it. But I remember seeing, like, the whole, is this an out-of-school season April Fool's joke? No, it's a real thing. You guys don't have phones? They're still doing it. When is that supposed to release? Because I've actually been kind of curious to think if it's good or if it's bad or what the deal is with that. Actually, let's go with Gallatin. Let's go with Gallatin instead. Because, like, I remember hearing about it, like, when it got such negative reception, but I haven't heard anything else besides that. Mortal 4 and... Oh, they're even doing a 4th. Interesting. That is really cool. When are the release dates? Do you by chance know? Like, I don't have, unfortunately, I never really played a lot of Diablo because I've really had no means of accessing it, but I did play Diablo 1 quite a bit, and that was actually pretty fun. It was the PS1 version, if that makes any difference, so. I'm just gonna grab Glory of the Noble Knights, because that actually seems pretty good right now. We're gonna go to, we're gonna grab this dude. I don't think... If I can summon this card in face-up attack, we actually have game. Yo, Caramel, dude, welcome to the stream, man. It's good to see you as always. How are you doing, my dude? Have you been playing any fun games lately, dude? That's all good. So... Yeah, I really can't do much else, because this does... Because I think, like, everything is already taken care of. That's fine. Alright, so continuing my play. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to destroy this. We're pretty much good now here at this point, just to start swinging. 2 remakes it in 2021. Not sure when or is Immortal Beta meant to be this year from what I've heard too. I mean, it makes sense just because I feel like Immortal was announced a while ago, so I feel like it should be getting closer to the release date. Discard how cool the Guilty Gears are. Are those the ones that are like that sometimes have like the cross the blaze blue things, like you know that one anime fighting game where they have like all of them combined, they start like duking it out, like kind of like a old school side scroller fighter. Is that like one of those games? Yo, Tyler, thanks for the lurk, dude. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're sleeping, by the way. Diablo 4 sounds like next year. That's actually pretty insane. Considering the fact that, fact that it seems like this is the first we're actually hearing, that's intense. It's actually be out next year. Well, hopefully the quality assurance is on point, though. It's one of those. I kind of figured as much as what was one of those. Because, like, the name looks familiar, but, yo, what are the games actually like? Are they RPGs or are they just fighters? What are they like? I just need to do some stuff. Dude, Tyler, it's totally fine, dude. I appreciate just stopping by in the lurk, man. Thank you so much, dude. And we're still silver because we never play PvP. We never play PvP. Even Casey's here with the hydrate. Thanks, Casey. Appreciate that, dude. Hope you are doing well, my dude. Hope you are doing well. Hope everybody's doing good today. Hopefully everybody's staying safe, staying warm. Activision recently said it didn't expect Diablo 4 to be able to come out until 2021. Activision saying that 2022 will be a big year, particularly for Blizzard. I mean, that makes sense. Because I know a lot of like game developers are still working, but they're generally working remote. And I'd imagine that probably does slow down production, you know? Who redeemed Hydrate? Who knows? Who knows? By the way, I did fix the Riku redeem thing. I don't know how, but for some reason, it was paused. Like, the redemptions were paused, so I had no idea why that actually happened. It was really weird. Yo, Moldog Gaming, thank you so much for the host. You definitely appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Definitely appreciate that. I feel like I should probably see about trying to, like, get custom raid things instead of, like, the My Hero thing. Ooh, let's go. But who would flip your table, Casey? Like, who would even do that? I mean, it could be Riku. Riku is a loose cannon. We're going second. I can totally do with that. All right, so actually, I'm pretty happy with this. Actually, this is actually pretty good. It's like not only did they set a card and I can just pop it with Arbiter, but we're actually good. Oh, dude, always Riku has his own agenda. Riku is not afraid to destroy anything and everything that you hold dear to your soul, my dude. But I will admit, he's actually been way more chill as of recently. This is an old card. Let's go. Anyway, continue. Dude, he is so cute, but that's the thing. You got to be careful of the cute ones because, again, Riku will claw your face. Like, it happens quite often to myself. But, I mean, but at the end of the day, he's still a pretty good kitten. You know, he's actually getting a little bit more chill. Like, when we first got him, he would always be running up, like, the side of our, clothes and the clothing, like in the closet and stuff like that. It was just really annoying. Now he's a little bit more chill. He's a little bit more tame now. I want to get in as much damage as possible. And I do have a deterrent with this trap, so we'll grab one of these. We'll grab one of these. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to put one of these just so I can make sure I don't forget it. We're going to use Guinevere in the graveyard. You see, like, that's one of the things I like about this deck is that it's, like, once you learn the combo plays and stuff like that, it just kind of makes it easier to kind of, like, go back into playing Duel Links after you haven't played it for, like, what seems like 2 weeks. What on my behalf? Alright, sounds good, Casey. Thank you so much for the lurk, dude. Thank you so much for dropping in, dude. Enjoy the lurk, and have a great night if I don't talk to you again, my dude. Oh, man, I should have kept Gallatin in my hand, but that's fine. You get 500 life points, so that's something. We could just do 27 and call it good. I mean, they didn't put any, like, reactive trap cards or stuff like that, plus this card does float. So I'm not too concerned. I'm not too concerned, really. Oh, they're playing Mermails? You manage to scarf your graveyard to activate one of the effects. Increase all Mermail monsters controlled by 1 or 2. Okay. Oh, I see what they're doing. No. You're gonna go down on my terms. Like, you're gonna fall on my terms, my accord. So I feel like that's a little bit more savage of a thing to do. All right, so we're just gonna use this card's effect. We're gonna pop Medra. We're gonna destroy the monster. We're then going to just swing with a ton of damage here at this point. Plus, you know what? I kind of want a little bit more life points. You know, we need that insurance policy here on our hands. And then we're going to swing for a grand total of 37 if I can get this right. There we go. I haven't played Duel Links in a solid minute, but log in each day for the login rewards. I try my best to do that for sure, dude. I try my best to do that for sure, just so I can kind of like, you know, still get something out of it. But sometimes I forget, dude. Like, I don't have Duel Links on my phone. It's only on Steam, and not every day do I log on my computer and stuff like that. So it takes time. Circus made me do it. Welcome. Stop it. He's already dead. I mean, he tried to take himself out, but I'm like, no. That's not how this works. But hope you're having a good weekend, dude. How are you doing, Circus? It's always lovely to see you. But, I mean, I do know that the KC Cup did finish off, which is pretty cool. I did spend a good amount of time, like, trying to, like, you know, go as far as I can with the KC Cup, just because it's really good for gems. Which is nice. I do like when they have the KC Cup thrown down. But, yeah. Aside from that, like, I usually just play this game, like, maybe once or twice a week. Just because, like, they haven't, like, really done any new character events besides Kite, so I kind of just, like, chill. Ooh, this is actually pretty good. I got rank 60 in that KC Cup. Nice, dude. I think I got around... It's funny. I think I had to like get to like what 20 to go to the next part. I think I got to like 19 or like 18 or something like that, and I kind of just like, yeah, I'm kind of tuckered out. So, but I mean, no, it's like really cool. Like the fact that it's just such a good gem like farming thing to do. We're gonna use this effect. One of the things I do like about playing Noble Knights in Duel Links versus the TCG is just, it seems so much more consistent with like the turn 1 Medraut or Merlin. I almost said Blue Gator, which is hilarious because I just saw them. Welcome, Blue Gator. Great to see you. Hope you're having a great weekend, staying warm, staying safe, you know, all that good stuff. How are you doing today? I think I don't know what Taya's playing. I really don't know what Taya's playing. I'll just go with these three. Kind of give up after getting salty at Noble Knights, the RNG coin flip deck. Yo, I kind of feel bad because those are actually two decks I do have built. I feel like with Noble Knights they're a little bit more fair because like with the whole Master of Destiny just constantly getting like always like blowing up stuff, it's just really dumb. Like not gonna lie, the coin flip deck and Master of Destiny combo is just super dumb. That's why I don't play it really, because it's just that dumb. I think we're good just to pass turn, because I can use Merlin as a quick effect. But it kind of sucks too, because like Noble Knights has a ton of new support in the TCG, like in their form of like their own Stratos and a bunch of other protection and new knights as well. So it is what it is, you know. Let's see. I have no idea what they're playing. Dude, that is so true. I love it. That's great. I love it. Mass of the Accursed. I really don't care. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, the thing is, like, I can just start swinging and well, he can't attack due to this, right? Yeah, this card cannot attack. Okay, that's not a huge deal. I could still throw them up into like an attack position and still do some shenanigans. So that's not too bad, all things considering. I could do... No, because it has to be a face-up monster. Okay. Go to combat. Yeah, we'll go with Medraut. Again, I have no idea what they're playing. Hopefully they're not playing something like, what's it called? Drowning Mirror Force, otherwise this is gonna hurt. Ooh, Gemini Summoner. I actually really like this card. There's a deck in the TCG called Chemi Critters, and it was actually a deck that I actually did spend a decent amount of time trying to like fine tune with that mechanic. So it's actually kind of a fun card. It's a little bit slow, but again, Chemi Critter is not like a meta deck in any shape or capacity. All right, so let's go with this guy, and then we're gonna see if this is actually a Drowning Mirror Force or not. You just never know. And it also does get rid of that too, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Gallatin. No, we don't need to worry about that. No, like I don't think. Like the thing is, I don't think the deck was never bad. It just never did anything, you know. But it was like a really fun deck. Not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun with it just because when it did come out at first, Moldog, like nobody really did anything with it. But no, like, you can do some pretty cool stuff. Like, when, I forget what the card is called. I think it's like a field spell specifically for Geminis that made it so you can, like, instantly get their abilities. It was actually really interesting. But no, like, the deck never did anything. But it was a fun casual deck for sure. Yeah, that's fine. I should have actually grabbed a different Noble Knight, but I misread his attack at 19 but it's actually 17, so that's my fault. But no, like, typically when I play TCG, I like to play fun decks. Just because you can kind of, like, add some text, make it a little bit less predictable. They really have a thing for this card. I mean, again, I've been watching Yugioh from the basics, so I'm actually kind of cool with that. They're gonna... Wait, they're giving me life points? Oh, I see what they're doing. Okay, I see what they're doing. Bad reaction to Smochi. Unban Masterpiece. I mean, if they do unban Masterpiece, would it even do anything considering the speed and pace of Yu-Gi-Oh? Plus, also the, again, that ruling what they did to, Pendulum Summoning, because Pendulum Summoning is nowhere near as good as it once was. Unban Max C. I mean, honestly, I would be okay with that, to be honest with you guys, because Max C kind of would help slow down the game, because again, if I'm going to special summon, like, 5 times, if you don't throw down a Max C, I'm probably going to stop. To some extent, because at that point, I don't want to give my opponent 5 cards. So I actually would totally like a ban of Max C. I mean, we're still having to deal with, like, Ash Blossom and Call by the Grave. So, like, what's the deal, Konami? What's the deal? Mako Tsunami, let's go. But, I don't know, like, I do want to get back on the TCG, but I also don't want to have to, like, deal with the meta. Because, like, if you ever try to play stuff, like, on Dueling Book or, YGO, what's it called? YGO Pro? Like, again, it's just usually constantly meta. Got a playset all ready before that jump. Dude, nice. Did Maxi get an Alti OTS playset release, or is it just, like, secret rares? Because honestly, dude, like, so for those who like to know a little bit about Yu-Gi-Oh economics, again, if a card that's super solid after gets banned, like, and it's banned for, like, a while, pick up a playset or just multiples, because it'll jump up when it comes off the ban list. Like, I remember, like, what was it? Like, I remember me and my friend had a ton of Regekis. We got them, like, at $5 to $6 a pop, and then, like, again, they jumped to, like, 20. So good, so good. Even if they errated it. I mean, if they do errata it, it depends, like, what the errata really is. Do they actually errata Max C? That I'm not aware of? Let's go with Merlin, because, again, I like to kind of, like, throw them off guard, because I don't expect the Merlin in the hand then. We're going to use Gallatin. I might switch decks, actually. So I realized playing in Silver is probably not the best environment for playing with Noble Knights. Yeah, I didn't think it was actually with Maxi, because I usually do stay up to date with a bunch of Yu-Gi tubers, like, Mega Capital G, House of Champs, like, all, like, the ones who kind of, like, you know, like, do those announcements when that stuff happens. And I didn't really see anything, but then again, I kind of been slacking on YouTube anyway. Cyber Knight, like, all, like, the OG ones that are still producing content, I usually do follow them. Though, I really have been enjoying Team APS's content lately, too. Like, I remember seeing them do, like, this thing with the professor about Magic the Gathering. And it was just really interesting to, like, have them have, like, an interview style. Them talking about both games and how it's, you know, different, but, you know, kind of the same in certain aspects. Can we win this turn? That is the bigger question. That's a great question, Mako Tsunami. How could you be so careless? I think if I get to gold, then I'll just switch over to, like, Gear Giz or something like that. Or even Wind-Ups, because I do want to still kind of, like, mess around with Wind-Ups, because it's one of my favorite decks in the TCG. There it is. I'd like to judge viewpoints of MST. Ooh, MST TV. I've heard about them, but I've never actually checked them out. But, I mean, again, if you're naming your channel MST TV, like, that actually seems pretty cool, not gonna lie. Like, I just want to, like, constantly, like, put in, like, in the in the comment section, like, so does MST negate yet? The #1 million-dollar question. When does MST negate? All right, let's keep going. I remember, like, one time, a friend and I got into a debate, like, a heated debate about that once before. But when Gores is unlimited, no one play it, you know the game has some problems. I mean, isn't it just so weird? Like, isn't that, like, just super weird how some cards were broken at one point in time, now just don't see any play at all? Like, for the majority of it, as I take off my socks here, that, like, even cards like Mirror Force and Regeki were once revered as, like, auto-includes. But nobody really plays Regeki because Destruction is not nearly that good anymore. I actually love how we've been opening up with a Merlin and Medrot +1 equipped every game so far. I love it. I do love it. By the way, out of curiosity, for those who are in the chat right now, has anybody played the card game Shadowverse? Out of curiosity. Which Battle Traps came to thinking? Yes, I would love it. Like, again, personally, I love Battle Traps. Like, and that's why I played Drowning Mirror Force for so long, and then eventually I just took it out. You have played it. Is it good? Is it fun? Does it have a good new player experience, or how did you feel about in the game of that aspect? Because I've been pretty tempted about just starting to pick it up and try it out. It's kind of like Hearthstone. I've never played Hearthstone. I know Hearthstone is doing something recently about, like, for new player experiences. So I am going to try Hearthstone when the whole collection thing drops or whatever it is. But for now, I've been told not to try out Hearthstone yet. Yo, Tyler, welcome back from the Unalert. Good to see ya. Good to see you. All right, let's keep this going. Give that to Medrot. This is actually pretty good. I really do like this. I get to draw basically one and do a scry, and I can also do a quick C exfusion. That's actually really cool. I love it. I'm assuming they might be playing, Blue Ice or something? Hearthstone, bring back the classes that can play with the older cards from the start of Hearthstone. Oh, nice! So, it's kind of like, they're also playing Noble Knights. Let's go. I actually kind of like to hear that, because at that point it seems like it's more like Magic's Commander format instead of just rotation formats. Like, I hate card games that have rotation formats. I don't know why. Alright, so they're going to go with Brothers and Boars so far. Okay, that's fine. Changing my name again in March. Are you going to go back to Tyler the Can of Milk? Blitz set up BlitzCon that. I mean, that's pretty cool they're going back to having it so you can play the classic cards. Yeah, we're talking a bit about Hearthstone, Tyler. We were first talking about Shadowverse, which is another card game. But then Moldog kind of like told me it's a little bit like it's like Hearthstone. All right, so that's fine. I can't really do much on that. Which is interesting they're doing this, considering the fact that now it doesn't prevent them from being able to do any type of, like, Xyz summoning. Let's give them the far right one. Wish I could go back to my Hearthstone days. I mean, is it too late, dude? Is it too late? My main card game's always been Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, same here, dude. Same here. I would say my main card games have been Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering for the majority of my life. For sure, for sure. Are you winning, son? I mean, I would say so. We have the light point lead, dude. We have the light point lead, so I can say that we are definitely winning, son. Does he not remember that I have Merlin in the grave? Because we do. We totally have Merlin in the grave. Because, like, throughout my life, I've always been a fan of card games. Like, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Since it came out to the America. I played Magic the Gathering on-off, and I've been playing it for a few years now. I've also played the Pokemon card game a little bit here and there. I also do play, whatchamacallit, I've also tried, like, the Dragon Ball Z card game and stuff like that, too. Like, just a little bit of every card game. I don't think they're actually going to try to do this. They are. I didn't expect that, actually. I mean, the thing is, I should be able to float, right? I don't? Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Pokemon TCG competitive coin flipping. I mean, with the Pokemon TCG, like, coin flipping thing, it's ridiculous to see how much they rely on coin flipping, but also just how much draw they get in the game. It's insane. I kind of misjudged that. I figured that I had more equips in my grave to call from, so that's kind of like why I screwed myself over. No, I've never played Neopets. I've never played Neopets. Is Neopets good? Is it a good card game, Tyler? But no, I played... So, from the card games I can remember, I played Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, Pokemon, Duel Masters. I loved Duel Masters when it first came out. What else? What else? I tried the Dragon Ball Super card game a little bit. That's kind of fun. So we're going to do this so I can pop Brothers, so I can take them both out at once. And if that doesn't work, then I could just simply use Boars with Gallatin to attack over. Boars is Walmart brand Pokemon. So it's got, like, the great value. I like that. It's great value then at that point, Tyler. But yeah, I think that's, like, the majority of the card games I played.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Any other card games I might have had, like, it was just nothing really there. Alright, so let's use this. Pellinor, we're going to pop this to destroy Brothers and also draw a card. Duel Masters, MTG, Yu-Gi-Oh! Hearthstone, Gwent, Shadowverse, and Pokemon TCG. Yeah, pretty similar to my list, dude. Definitely pretty similar. Because, like, the thing about it, like, Duel Masters was kind of like a more simplified version of Magic, but instead of life points, you had shields, which is kind of interesting to me. I do not have Merlin in the grave anymore, so I got to keep that in consideration. I do have Karmika now, which is really nice. So... I mean, I could make this one and attack over. Do I actually want to give him back to his hand, though? I mean, it wouldn't be too... Well, I mean, he could just summon Brothers again. So maybe it would be not a bad idea to just get rid of it. So I can bring out this guy, destroy the back row or something like that. Yeah, we can do that. Redeemed Hydrate sounds good, man. King Kong or Godzilla? Dude, unfortunately, I don't have a lot. I mean, I used to be a huge Godzilla fan when I was, like, you know, like, around, like really young. But if I had to say one, probably Godzilla. I don't have a lot of memories of King Kong or anything, so I'm gonna say Godzilla, dude. Because, like, for me, King Kong is just, like, to me, just seems like Donkey Kong, dude. Yo, Deli, welcome to the stream, dude. It's good to see you. How are you doing today, dude? How are you doing, my dude? I like the blue, green Clue deck and the Morph black blue deck and Magic. Morph is really interesting. Morph is really interesting. Just because, like, you can kind of, like, use the element of surprise for sure. Who did he equip? So he's going to target that guy. We'll Karma Cut that. We'll Karma Cut that. Watch the newest version of WandaVision. Interesting. Unfortunately, they could just put it over here, but it is what it is. 17. I don't even, like, I've heard a lot about WandaVision, but again, I'm not a huge, like, that's a Marvel thing, right? I've actually never watched, like, the Marvel movies, because for some reason, I just have a hard time watching movies. Like, I guess I'm just so accustomed to watching anime and, like, live streams. Like, I have a hard time watching some movies unless I have, like, a dedicated interest into it. We probably lost this game, by the way, guys. Just gonna say. That is true, Rogue. That is true. And honestly, Demolition Man, for what it was actually pretty good. Like, it had some, like, you know, some funny moments, but, like, honestly, for its time, I thought it was actually a pretty good time to watch. I know Sylvester Stallone did say Demolition Man 2 is a thing. I really hope that's actually true, because I kind of can't wait to see, like, what they would do with that. Plus, they better bring back the whole C-Cell joke for sure. We're gonna let that go through, that's fine. WandaVision's really good. Do I need to watch anything else to get the full effect, or can I just go in blind and be okay? I'll just use Phoenix Chain on that. We'll just see, as long as restaurants are Taco Bell, I'll watch a sequel. Seriously, right? That was just such a little fun thing they had in the entire movie. I'm like, oh, we got Taco Bell? Let's... Alright, I'm totally cool with that. But I thought my son was winning. Yo, KC, I aim to disappoint, dude. I aim to disappoint.
What shall I do? I special summon a monster.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. Need to watch more anime. Dude, anime is so good. Again, I just love watching anime, but that's just me personally. Get rid of... Just get rid of Medrot. Yes, dude, My Hero Season 5 next month is going to be super hype. I've been keeping up to date with the manga, and dude, it's going to be insane. It's going to be insane seeing that stuff happen. Oh, crap. Pass. We're just going to pass. I mean, I've already lost. I think the biggest misplay I did earlier was somewhere when I messed up with... Yeah, I messed up with this. Because, again, I shouldn't have done anything with that. I should have left this and then do it the following turn or something like that. But again, I thought I had more equip spells my grave, which really screwed me over. Yo, Vitamin C you in hell with the pasta that Pat. What's up, dude? Great to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, dude. Hope you're having a good weekend. I'm going to lose by timing out because I have 0 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if we can do something. No, we lost anyway. Who cares? GG. I mean, dude, if I could just summon Exodia, just like drop an Exodia out of a deck without Exodia, then we'll truly know that I am truly an anime protagonist. But unfortunately, that's actually not going to happen. Yo, Cross! Like, I don't care for you. I just want to say what's up and hope you're doing well. Yo, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah. I'm doing all right. I appreciate for asking. We got power back, the internet not too long ago back, which is really nice. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not Dragon Quest XI, but I usually do Duel Links on Sunday. But dude, it's great to see you. Hope you're doing well as well and staying warm and safe out there. You got that plot armor. Let's go. I would have loved to have the plot armor. Because then I can have like some even more tragic anime backstory. You know? It'd be interesting. I'm sorry, Casey. I disappointed you, man. That's like what happens sometimes, you know? Especially when you don't realize what's actually in your deck and in on the field. Alright, so let's throw down this. You can banish this card from your graveyard. This turn that was sent to the graveyard. Special summon one normal night monster from... Oh yeah, we can totally do this. Yeah, we can totally do this. Disown. Yo, that's the second time that's happened to me. Metallic's backstory is that he can't do some of these. Exactly. Like, I have to go through an entire 3-season arc just to be able to overcome the potential of summoning Exodia. So, probably, dude. I could probably see that being happening. And then 5 years later, I could have Netflix make a live adaptation of the movie. And it just turns out to be pure garbage. Kind of like most anime Netflix movies. But then again, there's actually been a few that have been relatively... okay. Like, I would not really recommend them, but it's all good.
You'll enjoy this. I summon a monster in attack position.
Let's see. He's summoning... Oh, so he's playing Blue Eyes. Interesting. Yo, Chorus 101. I'm not sure why the Streamlabs alert didn't go up, but dude, thank you so much for the follow. Definitely appreciate that. I see it on my activity feed, but... Huh, interesting. Damn it, I hit follow instead of sub to see my Prime is reset. No worries, dude. I definitely appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for dropping in, dude. I was followed. It's all good. It's all good. I still appreciate it, man. Like, I was surprised about that. They're about to end this turn. It's all good. But how have you been doing, dude? Have you, what have you been doing these days? I could do this. Oh, I can't do it again. During once per turn. During your main phase. Oh, I can still do it, but I just can't because I don't have enough targets, I'm assuming? We will remember you. We're going to get rid of some of their back row just because I don't want to really deal with that. But then again, I probably should have just used this card's effect to summon Medron and go from there. We are just doing terrible at this game, like, aren't we? I mean, I could still... No, I mean, I could probably just still do stuff. Stepmania actually been stuck because my leg has been unless Stepmania actually could have been stuck because my legs... Oh, that's right, because you broke your leg from the stair thing. Stepmania, I've actually... What is Stepmania? I've actually never heard of that, believe it or not. But I mean, as long as you're doing okay and, you know, staying safe and also making sure you're getting recovered, that's good to hear, man. But I'm glad you had some entertainment with that for sure. I could probably play this around... Yeah, let's get Merlin really quick. DDR with fingers has been a thing. Oh, dude. DDR, man, I had so many good memories with DDR. I kind of wish they kind of brought it back, kind of like how they did with Guitar Hero Live, but I guess it's just not gonna be in the cards. Yo, Drakendeath, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. How hard is it to get into Duel Links? First, here's my question for you. Do you know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh more or less already? Like, do you know how to play the game already? Because if you do, I don't think it'll be too hard for you. Yeah, I don't think it'll be too hard for you. Aside from that, the most important, like, the only thing would probably, like, the biggest difficulty curve would just be learning how to play some of the decks they have. But aside from that, no, I think you could easily pick it up for sure. I could do, first let's get some light points here. It's more grind. Yeah, exactly what Muldog said. It's definitely a grind at points because, again, you have to grind for gems, get new current, like, you know, stuff like that. So it can definitely be a hassle at some point, but it's still a pretty good time. So main's going to activate, which is fine. I'm going to destroy it. Luna Lights and oh, dude, Luna Lights for sure are a really good, easy deck to, like, get out. And it has, like, the majority of the summoning, like, you know, already taken care of for you. Stop before Seeker on the links and shit. Yeah, I mean, at that point, you would already have, like, a decent understanding of the game of itself, so it shouldn't be too hard for you to pick up, dude. Like, if you want, you know, you can always, you know, ask me any questions. I can do my best to try to assist. Luna Lights is a good build. If you're okay with, like, maybe dropping, like, a few bucks, Noble Knights are really good. It's not a hard deck to build, and it's really good and consistent, and it's actually pretty meta. But yeah, like with this deck, dude, it revolves around a lot of equip cards, and it just has a lot of synergy. It's actually pretty good. I've been listening to songs about murder mass genocide. Wait, what? It's still in Japan, I think, but in the US, arcades die for the most part. Yeah, unfortunately they did, and I think a lot of the reasons why is because so many people just prefer modern gaming and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I'm part of that demographic as well. Though, I have been looking at arcade 1-up machines, and I think it'd be kind of cool having one of those, you know? Let's keep this going. Just curious, do you play Hearthstone? I do not, but I do know that Activision is doing something new for new players soon. So I'm probably going to give a Hearthstone a shot for sure soon. Those are all the official rules, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. If you know how to play the official card game, then you'll pretty much know how to play Duel Links. The main difference is that there's just more, there's just a new mechanic, which I can go over in a second, which just covers, like, abilities and stuff like that.
Yo, JJ is here.
Yo, JJ, welcome to the stream, dude. It's great to see you as always. Let's see. I didn't rate, but surprised internet died. Dude, you're totally fine. Again, I'm sorry to hear that the internet did die, but dude, thank you so much for dropping in. I know you don't really play Duel Links, but just the fact that you showed up, dude, I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much, dude. How'd the stream, before the internet died, how'd the stream go, dude? Did you get, much further in, Link to the Past? Thinking about throwing the past 18 years of my life and getting OSU. Wait, OSU? What? I'm kind of lost, but, you know, like, JJ beat Zelda, I'm annoyed for, oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, with the internet one, I bet for sure, just because, like, it's been kind of like an issue you've had to deal with, and I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Because, like, I know internet issues can just be really, really annoying, and I gotta hurry up, otherwise I'm gonna lose. Second temple, but nice. I mean, but you're still enjoying the game, yeah? I have enough time to do attacks, probably. Because I swear, I'm not losing to timeout. There's no way. We good. Let's go. Let's go. And also, Casey, thank you so much for the 1-bit, dude. I've heard about the thing for new people, but do you know what it is? I don't know exactly when, but I think it's getting closer to... I could be wrong, but it could be closer to the summer. Have I ever played D&D? Unfortunately, no, I've never played D&D. I mean, I've watched some D&D, like, being played on a Critical Role, because I literally have had people who've tried to get me hooked in D&D for so long. If anything, one person was like, Alex, you or Metallic, you'd probably be a pretty good DM at some point because of, like, the voice acting and stuff like that. But I mean, D&D looks kind of interesting, but it's just like I don't really see myself playing it anytime soon due to COVID and stuff like that. Metallic name, like, no, I've said my name a few times, which is Alex, and that's fine. But no, I've dropped it a few times here and there, but I just try to go with Metallic. Do you want to? If I ever do want to, Dragon Death, and that's a great question, I'll probably like shout out something in the Discord and then see how many people who can do like remote D&D. Because I do have, my roommate is a D&D for like a few different groups. You're the same person as me. I watched Critical Role but never got the D&D. I mean, but the thing is, Koros, like all the participants of Critical Role are pretty much like pretty acclaimed voice actors. And a lot of them are some of like my voice acting heroes, like Matt Mercer, Sam Riegel. They're so good. Saiyan Teacher, welcome to the stream, dude. It's good to see you. Feliz 400 Sonotios. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate that, Saiyan Teacher. We hit 400 follows. I cannot believe we've actually still done that. Like, again, thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate that. Yes, Travis as well. Travis as well. But yeah, like, they're all really good voice actors. I got into it a few years ago, but missed it. Why do you, what stopped? Like, is there anything you can do to get back into it? I'm annoyed. Can I vent a little? Yeah, dude, go for it, AJ. Sorry, not AJ, but JJ, go for it, man. If you need a vent, go for it, dude. That's only the healthy thing to do, you know? Because if you just keep it bottled up inside, it's only going to perpetually get worse. We all know his real name right now. Among Us Sus Soda Pop. Welcome to the stream. Great to see you. Hope you are doing well. How are you doing today, man? I gotta keep focusing on this game for a second. Just so I don't lose, like, timing. But I can still keep up with chat for the most part. We're doing great. Yo, Metallic, are you gonna beat me in follows? I don't know, man. You are the famous JJ, man. You have a tavern. All I have is a Metal Brigade. That's all I got. Jester the Legion. During main phase, you can normal summon. Oh, so they're just searching for Dark Magician. Okay, so confirmed we're playing against Dark Magician. Fun. Fun times. I played D&D and my group was toxic and decided to leave. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Like, especially when you have, like, such a good, like, you know, history with the group and they just become toxic. Yeah, that can really bite. I'll open it awkward, but the only ex I've had message me saying she wants a game she gave me back. It's been like a year. I blocked her and all of her friends have pressed me even on Discord and Twitch. Yo, that is kind of weird, man. Like, the fact that it's, like, you know, like, I get, like, the whole fact it's been a year, but, like, the fact that she wants a game that she gave you, that, again, you give a gift. You just don't take all that stuff back. That's kind of dumb. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That could be really frustrating. Yes, I'm really excited for the events tomorrow. I want to know what they're going to release for the Pokemon stuff. I feel so bad. You've been following for 2 months, 1 day, 23 hours, 24 minutes, and 36 seconds. And I haven't Soda Pop. You're totally fine. Yeah, exactly. So, like, JJ, you should they should just keep the stuff to themselves and not involve, like, people who just don't need to be involved. Because it just kind of, it, like, makes it a bigger deal than it really needs to be. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Hopefully it doesn't, you know, go on for too long. Because, again, you don't, once you, like, unbecome, like, friends with somebody or whatever, you don't take stuff back. That's not how it works. Are you playing against real players? Yep, we are, Dragon Death. We are playing against real players, and I am doing terrible right now. But don't worry, I'll be able to make sure I get some sleep tonight, Soda Pop. I'll make sure to get some sleep. Don't want to complain on the rude terms since with the DM and since the DM is a police officer. That makes sense. That makes sense for sure. Okay, so I can still. Okay, so I can destroy this. Okay, yeah, I got a plan. I got a plan. Sorry, I hope that wasn't. No, it wasn't awkward at all, dude. Like, again, it's totally fine, dude. No need to worry. And honestly, that's not even like what am I trying to say here? Like, it's not the worst thing that people have, like, wanted to, like, vent or, like, talk about in the chat. So you're good, dude. You're totally fine, JJ. Again, you're always so, you know, super positive and super upbeat with your people and letting them do that. Dude, of course you can do that. No need to worry, man. We're going to destroy Dark Cavalry. Are you dueling viewers? Not right now, Saiyan Teacher, but if everybody wants me to start opening up the duel rooms, I can totally open up the duel rooms after this game, for sure. I can totally do that for you guys. Yeah, we're going to banish this so we can be able to kind of have access to it for sure. I stopped playing D&D because I got caught in the internet. I was planning to play with a few friends, thank COVID. That makes sense. Again, COVID has just done such a unfortunate job, like just such a terrible job to everything and almost anything. Like, so many people have lost jobs, unfortunately. There have definitely been some pretty rough things with COVID. Hopefully, though, we are going to be seeing, like, you know, a light at the end of the tunnel soon. You're in for the... All right. Yes, that is correct, Chorus. We usually go for about 11 p.m. Pacific time. So we got about another hour, hopefully. Let's go with this. And then we're going to destroy the back row. And then we're going to be pretty good. Then we're going to be pretty good, Peter. When the imposter is sus. Yo, like, that actually reminds me. I want to... Like, the next time I do play Among Us, I'm probably just going to see, like, what actually happens if I'm just straight up honest, you know? It's going to be, like, really interesting. It's like, people are like, yo, are you actually the killer? Yes. But I saw you hang out with me and nobody died near you. Oh. Well, still, it's me. We got draw sense. During your draw phase, instead of conducting a normal draw recovery... Yo, Koros! Yo, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. You did not have to do it, but dude, thank you so much, man. Dude, thank you. I'm speechless. Hope you enjoy the new emotes that we have. I can't wait till you get a few more subs so I can add some more emote slots. But dude, thank you so much, man. I like it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. I am glad to hear that some people do find my personality and content rather appealing. But dude, thank you so much. I'm speechless, man. We should play Among Us today. Maybe not today just because I have to wake up early tomorrow for work potentially. But we could totally do something like that. Say we don't have the sub. I demand a refund. But Draken Death. I did mention there's one thing Duel Links has differently than the TCG. I'll explain that really quick. And this is actually one of the things I love about Duel Links because it gives it a different dynamic. But, like, as you can see with my deck list over here, there's something right here called balance with this, like, chip. So, in Duel Links, you can actually set up where you can have certain abilities equipped or being activated. Think of it kind of like another effect. So with this effect I have called Balance, your starting here will reflect the card balance of your deck. So it basically helps make it so I get more monster spells and traps in my opening hand, which just helps with consistency. So the fact that the entire game is the Yu-Gi-Oh card game on a smaller scale, but also has abilities, it brings for interesting ideas and things you can do with decks. It's really interesting. We have 39 missed things. I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. But it might be good. It might be good. When you say that you're an imposter, but no one believes you. Exactly. Like, I've actually had that happen before. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. And thank you so much for the hydrate, Circus. Definitely appreciate you. Let me grab these really quick, and then we'll open up the duel rooms. And again, because I've been playing Noble Knights, I'll probably increase the time limit per turn so I can actually have a little bit more time. But yes, if anybody wants to do the dorm, I'll also set up the code so everybody can join and we can have some fun games. 29 is fine. I don't think we've ever actually had that many people, like, to 30. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right, cool. Yo, I would love to do an anime dorm. I actually did create another anime deck just off stream. It's pretty bad, but it would be pretty fun to actually just bust out as well. But let me just get the duel room thing set up with Nightbot. Well, we could totally do one. If you want to jump in really quick, Circus, we could definitely do it. For sure. 341044. Let's go. All right, cool. So if people want the room, you can just do exclamation point, hit room, and then it should be good to go for you. So what got you into Yu-Gi-Oh? Great question. Refresh the page because my net is bugging out. Did you say something about anything about games? Not. I think I did talk about like the whole the Pokemon event. It looks pretty interesting. Like, you know, the Pokemon announcement. I don't think anything specifically about games. But to answer your question, Draken Death, what got me into Yu-Gi-Oh? So again, Yu-Gi-Oh came out to the States. What, in like 1990, like early 99? Oh, actually, what is it? Because, like, anyway, it came out when I was, like, insanely young, right? And, I always had two people, introduced in 1999. Okay, so 1999. So I'd be, like, around 5 or 4 at that point. And my entire life, I had, like, two people who were very influential in my life, being actually ATM, one of them, and, my cousin Matt. And I believe it was ATM who told me about this card game coming out. So we all pretty much bought, like, the very first structure decks. and we just started playing the hell out of them and started watching the show. And it got to the point where we actually started hosting like our own little tournaments. It was very cringe, but it was also very, very fun. Like the most wholesome of fun. I have to redo my anime deck. Sounds good. So Dragon Death, what an anime deck is, it's basically a deck based off the person. So it's basically like only cards they play, and it's usually only one copy. How old are you? I am 26. It's pretty bad I had to think about that, but I've turned 26 last year, so this year we are hitting 27. I probably do not look my age. I probably look younger, and it's probably due to the hair. But yeah, 26. Which is insane. Which is really insane. Time definitely goes by pretty quick. Younger than me, I look young though. I mean, that's the thing that kind of sucks. Like, because like I remember like when I first got my very first job, nobody knew that I was actually employed there. But they're like, "So, are you here about like the high school like like after school program?" Like, no, I work here now. Like, oh shit, it was actually pretty funny. I had to think about it too. I'm 26, turning 27, but gray hair is already... It's crazy how that happens. Like my cousin that I mentioned, Matt, like he pretty much got, like he became pretty bald, like really, really early on. But it's just, unfortunately, a lot of it's just genetics. Like I've been told my hair grows really fast and is also pretty thick. Great choice of words there, Metallic. Do you play Magic? I do, Dragon Death. I mainly play Commander though. So I play Commander format, but I really do have a lot of fun with it. Yeah, like actually every now and then I try to get together with some people in the Discord and do like Commander games over Tabletop Simulator, just because it's actually a pretty easy transition to actually do it. But Magic's fun. Magic is probably my second card game I play the most. I fortunately have great hair and a full beard, but I'm 29, but apparently you look 24. I mean, that's still pretty good, Goro. It's like the fact that you look younger than what you are, but you also have like, great hair genetics. It's actually pretty good. That's actually really cool, man. Like my hair grows really fast, really long, like to the point where I start needing to get a haircut when it starts curling to the side, as you can kind of tell. But unfortunately, like my beard and mustache just grows in patches. It's awful. My bad. My bad. I didn't mean to make it seem like you're full of yourself, but like again, with the whole beard, it must be like, accentuated, whatever it is. When do you usually do Magic Nights? It really depends. Yo, Elix, thank you so much for the raid of 5. Thank you for that. Because when it comes with the Magic Nights, it really depends on when we can get people together to do it. But yo, thank you so much for the raid. Playing Teamfight Tactics. Ooh, that actually sounds pretty fun. I've actually never played it. How'd your stream go, dude? Yo, Playback. Appreciate you dropping in as well, Playback. Were you part of that raid as well? How's the duel going? Dude, thank you again so much for the raid. Definitely appreciate that. It was actually pretty good. I've been doing a lot of like just PvP stuff, but now I decided to open up the duel room. So if people want to just jump in and do some duels, we can totally do that. I have a kind of like a jank, like anime-based deck from the character, but it's always just been pretty fun to like play it kind of casually. Sure was. I appreciate you, Playback. 100% was Playback 92 shout out. Oh, I love it. You know what? We also got to do that as well. So, bam. Either way, shout out to Playback 92. They're a really cool streamer as well. I do love watching their content. A little bit of a mixed bag of stuff from I've seen. I remember like watching a lot of like Breath of the Wild content, but really great streamer. Does 1.5 equal real cat? Unfortunately, no. Just because right now the kitten is sleeping in my wife's and my bedroom. So what that actually what the cat thing is for the time being is usually just me showcasing the cat that we have for like 3 minutes, which is just this basically. So basically I just throw my kitten over on top of chat, and that's how it kind of works. Oh, we got Barry in the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, if you play Teamfight Tactics, let me know. I want to play with you. That sounds awesome. If I do get into it, I can definitely let you know, but thank you. What kind of game is Teamfight Tactics anyway? Playback was streaming Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves looks like a really interesting game. Like, isn't it like the way to play it like with a bunch of friends and stuff like that? But yeah, that's pretty much what the cat thing is. Like, usually, though, what I will try to do if the kitten is nearby or something, I'll just grab him, showcase him. But yeah, it's an interesting kitten. Like, they're super hyper, but really lovable. What server are you on? North America. North America. Horrible solo game, but very... It seems like it. It seems like it. Auto chess, auto battle sort of game. Interesting. I might sound pretty noobish, but what is can I get like what is an auto chess kind of game? Like, is it just as it sounds, or see, these is pretty fun, not gonna lie. Yo, this is gonna be like one of the most anime things I can possibly do, but it's not optimal, but hell, I want to do it. So we're gonna use skyscraper. I'm also gonna bust out with polymerization. Do we actually get an animation to go with this though? Like, set up a team on a board and you fight other person's team. Oh, okay, so kind of like how a lot of mobile games are structured, right? Kind of like buy champs each round to build synergies and level to the champs. Interesting. Okay. So kind of like how some mobile games are in the fact where you like build up teams and like in tactical and just like send them out to fight each other. We do get an animation for this. This is pretty lit. I'll have to check into it though. Thank you again so much for the raid, but also again, thank you for the suggestion. I'll definitely have to take a look into that. Definitely appreciate that. Also, before I forget, I do want to check out some of your other streams. So let me go to combats.
Let's battle. Now's my chance.
And let me give you a follow too as well, because I want to see what other kind of stuff you stream in the future. He played enemy controller? Ah, man, that kind of sucks because his defense is so weak. Wait, Yugi doesn't play enemy controller. That's Kaiba. I demand a refund on this. It's such a weird thing to describe. I mean, the thing is, like, one of the best things that Twitch has done for me, besides being, like, introduced to a bunch of fantastic people, is that it allows me to, like, look into other different type of games I normally wouldn't look into or play. So, it's also just a good thing for me as well, because I can kind of see more things to expect from other good games. So that's what I like to see about it as well. What's my favorite creature type? Are we talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering, out of curiosity, Dragon Death? Stu, welcome to the stream, man. Great to see you. How are you doing this morning, Stu? That's how the Xbox Game Pass... Yes, seriously, like the... So, I prefer my PlayStation 4 over the Xbox line of games, but Game Pass is such a good deal in value, and some of the games they're adding is amazing. Like, again, they added Dragon Quest 11. They have a bunch of other really good stuff, too. So, no, like, Game Pass is amazing. I kind of wish PS4 had that instead, but they have PS Now, but if you don't have good internet, then it might just not work out so well. Why not have both? Why not both? All right, sounds good, man. So for Yu-Gi-Oh, I would probably say Warriors or Dragons. Select a card. So wait, fusion time. Yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna add this to the back to there. Yes, we're gonna do that. Give me this one, yeah. So Yu-Gi-Oh would be Dragons or Warriors for sure. I can't make Wild Wingman. Did I not put him in the deck? Wow, the one I could have actually made right now, I did not put in the deck. I am a terrible player. This is why we play casual, though. Intern. And then for Magic the Gathering Dragon Death, the very first commander deck I built was Goblins, so I really love Goblins. Like, if I had to describe myself as like a Magic the Gathering player, I would say I'm a token-based player who just focuses a lot on combat. So that's like kind of like more about me as like a player. Played Dragon Quest 11 through it over 120 hours. Seriously, it's such a good game, and Game Pass just gives you so many good things. Like when they added that to Game Pass, I'm like, oh, that's an easy sell right there because of how much hours you're getting out of it. I will shake hands with you, Barry. You're a fantastic person, man. We're gonna shake hands. But there's just so many good games on Game Pass too. Like, isn't like the Master Chief Collection on there too? Again, I'm not a huge FPS fan, but I still have a nice, like, I still have an affinity for the Halo games. Alright, give me Blade Edge. Necroshade actually is okay. Not right now, but it's actually kind of okay. Oh, we're dead. I do have Skyscraper. I keep forgetting I have Skyscraper on the field. Why am I forgetting I have Skyscraper on the field? Wonder if this still. Wonder if I still have my green-white Nope deck from Magic the Gathering. It was not the best, but dang, it was funny. I mean, no, that's actually hilarious because like if you could just build a deck that's not known for that sort of things, it's hilarious because you're like, oh, I'm gonna play. What is it? Selenitia? Is that what it's called? And you're just like playing it as if it was a blue deck. We should do some Halo streams. Maybe we could definitely look into it. I'll have to see which ones I still have for sure. I lost anyway. It's all good. GG Barry. We could definitely do best 2 out of 3 or something like that. Because I mean, Jaden doesn't go down without a fight yet. Favorite type is plants. Interesting. What is your favorite plant-based deck? Because I believe there's a few archetypes like that, right? Like Arrow Mages is one, and I'm assuming like also Trap Tricks is another one too. Because like Trap Tricks was always a pretty fun game. Game Pass has Halo Collection. I might see about trying to like get another like like a trial and go from there. Magic the Gathering seems so interesting. It's really interesting, Elix. Definitely give it a shot. One of the cool things for the format that I play, and I bricked with this hand. The format that I play, which is the Commander format, lately Wizards, the producer, has been doing a lot better job at providing new content for it, like products for it. But if you ever want to try Magic the Gathering, Arena's a free way to play it, and it's a free downloadable game. And it actually does handle pretty well. Arrow Mages, Raikou, and Sylvans. Oh yeah, that's right, Sylvans are a thing. Sylvans are definitely a thing. I forgot about those. 2 Queen's Knights? I mean, it's all good because we actually have 100 attack more. Doesn't it also, Draken Death, doesn't it also do Brawl now, which is pretty cool? So like, if I remember correctly, they kind of like opened up into doing Brawl too. What's my extra deck again? So I might actually have to take out this one because this has no suitable purpose. But this could help in the future. Like, this is an investment right now. That is not GameStop stock or Dogecoin. Although they're both fantastic memes. And then we'll attack over one of the queens. That's not it. Damn it, Barry. That's Joey. And you know it. I haven't played it for a bit. I remember they did add like Brawl Wednesdays for a little bit, but I think they made it like a permanent thing. So I think Brawl is now in there. But again, with Brawl, it still has like the whole rotation thing, sort of thing. I mean, it's enough for... Oh, it's not enough for game yet. Interesting. I don't think I can do anything really, can I? No. Because again, I did... For some reason, I did not put in Wild Wingman to this deck, which I probably should have. I know nothing. I know nothing either, man. I don't even know how to play this game. If we're going down, I'm going down on my own accord. I'll probably... After this, we'll probably duel the Saiyan teacher. Because I saw that he was chilling in the room as well. I don't want to go to online school. It sucks. I mean, I'd imagine, dude. Unfortunately, with, like, online school, I understand they're... I say I want to go down on my own accord, but Circus just goes up to my microphone and he's like, no, I'm taking you down myself. But, like, the problem with the online school is, like, again, there's, like, tech issues or you just don't, like, you know, understand, like, what you're trying to be learned. It sometimes it can be pretty hard to, like, you know, go over that hurdle, you know? The Dark Magician. But, I mean, I prefer this over the alternative, so that's fine. I don't really have a plan for this, though. But I can do Hero Signal. So, what do I want to grab? I have Avion in the Grave. Sparkman? Sure, why not? Let's go with Sparkman. Alright, Heart of the Cards. I need something good. That's not it. That's not it. That's rough. I mean, like, if I had, like, if I had more multiples besides just one of each card, it would be better. But no, unfortunately not.
Time to let up. My turn. I draw. I set this card face down. Time to play time is over my head.
Alright, heart of the cards. Heart of the cards.
All I need is a chance.
Honestly, if I had Skyscraper, this would actually be a potential turnaround, but unfortunately it's not. Interesting. Not for me. No, not at all. The heart of the cards can just go tell me to, like, you know, fuck off, but... So you want Highlander format? I mean, I love the terminology. I love the terminology on that, but, you know, like when I first started doing, like, the anime duels with Landtrek, like, he was like, alright, use cards only they use in the anime and the manga, and only one of each copy. So, I mean, no, that's all good, man. That's all good. But yeah, I'm pretty much playing Highlander format when I thought that was like the norm, but it makes sense, so it's all good. Ooh! Alright, we might have a way to turn this around. I don't think so, but we're going to try it anyway. So, look at this, guys. We're going to use Oversoul. Let's go. I got to run now, but have a great rest of your stream. Again, thank you so much for the raid, dude. Definitely appreciate that. I'm definitely going to check out some of the content you do and Twitch as well. Again, have a great rest of your night. Stay warm, stay safe, and stay awesome, dude. Thank you again so much, dude. Alright, so can I turn this around? With Plasma Vice. Probably not. Probably not, though. But I'm not done yet. Next, we're going to use Fusion Recovery. And I'm going to grab back Blade Edge. This is actually going to be a power play. This is a power play. Trust me. Watch what's going to happen. All right. So if this resolves, we're golden. So now we're going to use this to destroy the Dark Magician. Power play. Power plays. And why can't I use his effect? Oh, wait. No, I can. And we can also normal summon him using Necroshade's effect in the grave. So this could potentially be game. We might be able to turn this around. Skull Dice. Ooh. Yikes. Okay, so it's just 2. Oh, shit. We turned it around. Oh. Dang. That Oversoul combo was super good. And Fusion Recovery really turned it around. 400 follows, congratulations. Thank you again, Stu. Definitely appreciate that. Yes, we did. We hit 400 follows. Let's go. We still need to keep going, though. We still need to keep going. We're gonna keep climbing. We're gonna keep going. GG Circus. That was an insane turnaround. I did not expect that to actually bust off like that, but let's go. I guess let me switch over to a different deck. We can duel the Saiyan Teacher, and we'll use Yugioh. It's not an anime deck by any means, but it's still a nice little fun deck. Not nearly competitive, I don't think so. Like, I've never really seen Yugioh really do much. But yes, 400 followers. It's incredible. I can't believe I actually got this far. Like, the only thing I would like to do differently for Twitch in the whole year that we've been doing this is, like, I would like to stream it longer. Like, stream longer, you know, besides, like, the 2-hour bite-sized things, but... You know, maybe in the future when I have my own location, I can stream longer. I think that'd be pretty fun. I'm tired. Sorry about that. Alright, best of luck, Saiyan Teacher. Let's go. I hope he's not playing an anime deck. I would have won if I didn't summon Dark Magician. I have no regret. Yo, no, it's all good, dude. Like, you definitely would have won if you just, like, kind of, like, kept, like, having the Knights on your side. But I thought it was pretty cool, man. You gave me a chance to actually make it so, like, my deck didn't seem that bad. Because, like, I kind of forgot that Fusion Recovery allows me to add a card back, and I had all the setup going really well. And it was just pretty pog. It was just pretty pog. I can't stop yawning. I can't stop yawning. How did you get over the stress of when you started streaming? Are you talking about like are you kind of like talking about like the kind of like the stage fright sort of thing? That is, I just want to make sure I'm on the right path. I'm gonna go try and take a nap for work. Have a good night, Metals. Good seeing. Thank you as well, Dragon Dad. Thank you so much for dropping in, dude. Have a great rest of your night, and when you go to work, dude, have a great night, dude. Yeah, that. So I mean, I feel like there's a few things I did to kind of help with that. So for those who don't know, before Twitch, I did host a Yu-Gi-Oh YouTube channel with a friend for like 5 years. So making content, like without the face cam, really helped kind of like define like how I wanted to portray and stuff like that. And when I did that first, there was no face cam, so I didn't have to worry about people like, you know, knowing what I actually look like. Although, unfortunately, now that you guys know what I look like, it's got to be pretty bad. But I also streamed and played games that I felt like I knew a lot and could be comfortable playing. So that's like another thing as well. Just like kind of like easing into it, starting up a little bit on the, like, you know, starting off small and then kind of like go up, like, you know, in terms of what I want to do, really helped. Hopefully that helps, Moldog Gaming. It's kind of like the idea and the concept, like starting off smaller and just gradually like, you know, going up and up. Yeah, I'd probably say that'd probably be the best way to explain like how I feel like I did it. And of course, also like when I first started streaming, I had a few friends who still to this day watch my streams and are a part of it. And they've been really, really supportive and just really cool with the community and chat and stuff like that. So it kind of helped me just focus on the game and stuff like that. You look good, made very handsome. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. And oh, it had to be Grave Squirmer. I mean, Yugioh X does float, so that's actually pretty cool. I only have this guy, but that's fine. It's still something. I probably should have used a search effect as well, but again, that's why I'm not a professional dueling streamer. But I mean, even to this day, Moldog Gaming, there are some moments where I might like feel a little bit more anxiety or stress beforehand, but usually it dissipates as I like start doing it. I had my first stream last Monday and it was stressful. It's like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. What were you streaming and what time, dude? I mean, if it would help, I can definitely try to jump in to see if I can, you know, see if there's anything I can do or anything like that for you, dude. But it's definitely, it definitely can be stressful at first, for sure. I will definitely agree with you on that. You can choose the scar, especially summon, but it's effective to get it. Okay, so I can make a level 4, and I can summon this. I can make another Gear Gains X if I really wanted to. No, I can't, because I only have one copy of this deck, because I'm terrible at this game. I mean... Okay, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. Let's just do this guy, because if he does get destroyed and sent to the graveyard, I can just add another copy of something else. And for now, I guess I can just go into number 17. But I mean, honestly, I feel like not having a face cam at first can definitely make it a little bit easier. Just because you don't have to worry about people like seeing your every expression and stuff like that. Karibo! Love it. Let's go. Let's go. It's playing Dead by Daylight. Oh, nice. And that's actually pretty cool. Like, I know a lot of people like watching that stuff too, just because like it's the horror element game and element of surprise. But you're did you like have like a Discord call going and playing with friends? Because I know a lot of people tend to play the game like that, right? We're gonna summon Yugioh Augur. We're not going to use the search effect just because I don't like the restriction in this current case. It wouldn't make a lot of sense because we do actually have a pretty decent advantage right now. We're also playing Plasma because why not? Oh, he's playing Oh, we got a Karma Cut. I'm assuming he's going to go for that. Yeah, that makes sense. That's not too bad. I can go with Samurai. Yeah. I mean, I did not expect the Karma Cut, plus Hoppo Armor in the grave now can take rid of my stuff, right? From the grave. At the end of each of your opponent's battle phase, discard one random card from your opponent's hand. This card must be in the grave. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to start losing some advantage, so we're going to start swiping away some damage. So we're going to use the effect. Yes, let's go. I did play solo for a bit, then a streamer joined up, and then that been pushing up to stream. Oh, interesting. Interesting, dude. But I mean, from the sound of it, it must have been really good to be able to help, like, having somebody else kind of like join you to kind of like take off the pressure. Talk like Dr. Evil for 2 minutes. Can I even do the voice still? Well, hang on. Let me Austin, you are Dr. Evil. There we go. Dr. Evil. Raptor 416 with the Dr. Evil voice. I cannot believe that you think you're that evil. Tell a joke in the voice of Dr. Evil. I have a PhD in evil. I am not a freaking comedian. What do you think? I am a freaking shark with a freaking laser that can talk jokes on standby? Dr. Evil's not funny. However, Dr. Evil will get you a joke. Why did the gym close down? Because the gym did not work out in the long run, because Dr. Evil hates his son Scotty. Bowser, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. How are you doing? My name is Dr. Evil. I'm under the alias of Metallicaerox, where I stream Duel Links every Sunday. Every Sunday for Duel Links for Dr. Evil. He plays multiple copies of Grave Swarmers. He is truly the embodiment of evil. Scotty Joe could learn a lot from the Saiyan teacher. Why do the ships in Norwegian Navy have barricades? So they can Scandinavian. That's good, Moldog Gaming. I respect your joke. You definitely trumped a Dr. Evil. I mean, I be evil so in nature. Raptor 4196. At this rate, you're gonna become my number 2. You shall become the new number 2, because number 2 is off in some B-list Hollywood movie. And Scotty Doe. Personally, my favorite Austin Powers movie is Goldmember. Go to combat and swing with 1400. Alright, that's it. I feel like the Dr. Evil impression is not my best. I think probably Joe Swanson's probably a little bit better, but that's all good. I mean, like, the flip of cards that just destroy are really getting to me. But Bowser, how's it going? I hope you're having a great night so far. What you been up to? But again, Moldog Gaming, 10 out of 10 joke. That's a good joke. I love that. As you can tell, I was not prepared with the whole Dr. Evil and telling a joke at the same time. So I had to, like, borrow Google for that one. But, you know, the gym workout did kind of work out for me in the long run. So it's pretty good. Unfortunately, Gear is actually a dead card. But that's okay. I could summon Gear Accelerate and attack over. Firewall, welcome to the stream. It's great to see you as always. Hope you are doing well. No, dude, you didn't have an awful deck as well at all, dude. Like, my deck is pretty well, like, pretty fine-tuned. And again, for the fact is, you kept on holding on pretty long just by simply destroying my stuff with, like, base, like, those flip effect stuff, dude. So, no, you're totally good. Awful. I mean, your hand definitely did pretty good at, like, just stalling, man. Firewall Dragon, yikes. Never drew a Dark Necrofair. You have 2.8k. Should I swap up with the Swanson voice? I mean, to be honest, like, the Joe Swanson voice I feel is, like, the most natural for me to do. Because, like, I have a little bit more, like, my vocal cords are more attuned to, like, do, like, those gusto voices. So you can do what you want to do. I definitely need to add some more stuff to the list of things to redeem. So I feel like I'm starting to run out of content that actually makes me stand out and actually is funny. I don't know. Like, I've seen some other people have, like, you know, choose my deck. I could probably start maybe incorporating more stuff with music or whatever. That might be kind of fun. I don't know. But then again, like with the whole music thing with Twitch, it's like it's weird with copyrights. More Riku. Maybe more Riku, maybe more Riku. I mean, what else could I do? But we have a video of him. We have him as a picture. What else would I do? Like, just have Riku... Like, maybe I could make, like, one for, like, 9 million points where they, like, Riku just streams for the rest of the stream. That might be kind of interesting. Let's see. Draw. I mean, I could technically bring out Plasma, but the fact that he actually has Karma Cut, I probably wouldn't want to do that with all that in, like, one go. You don't have to do everything at once. True, true. That's like the cool thing is like I can kind of just like go as I need to, you know? This hand bites. Can't really do anything with it. I'm just gonna set 2 and pass. Maybe, but I want to save points to get 18. Oh, Raptor, that's savage, but respectable because again, when I was streaming God of War for the PS4, which is a game ATM wanted me to finish off. Somebody banned him from the entire stream, so he didn't get to see my entire reaction of, like, at the final moments. It was insanely savage. Or your lizards. I mean, the lizards are always sleeping right now at this point. Plus, like, how their cages are set up, it's kind of like a lid. So it would take me a little bit of time to actually get them as well. So, if that happens, I would have to, like, have, like, a stream will return thing soon pop up. Or, I'll, like, just let you guys see, like, some, like, cool stuff in the laundry room. Did you enjoy God of War? I'm really efficient. God of War was great. One of the, like, it was amazing, and it really surprised me when somebody's like, you realize this was all a single fixed camera angle too, right? I'm like, holy shit, you're right. But no, God of War was amazing. The only thing I need to do left now is, like, the Valkyries, which I know a lot of people want me to do so they can tell me how, like, you know, savage it is. All right, so we're going to try going with this. I'm going to try to take out Helpful Armor. We could make Gear Gigant X, so I'm gonna do that. We're definitely gonna do that. But no, God of War was fantastic. Definitely one of my top PS4 games for sure. Like, it's definitely up there with games like Persona 5 Royal and a few other games like that as well. Oof. Yikes. Alright, so he has 1 card in hand, Helpful Armor, that card in the graveyard, so that could become a, like, a defense bot. Okay, so... the summons from the grave, which would be pretty good, so I can go... Okay, so we should be okay. We should be okay. And then just font on them. I mean, I might be able to grab, like, a picture or something like that, but I'll definitely have to think of some stuff. I might go, like, through, like, some other streamers to get some inspiration. Kind of like, how, the whole throw metallic behind bars thing was kind of like an idea from somebody else. So, I'll figure something out. Alright, so this is going to happen. I'm going to grab another copy of this. I'm in defense. Actually... I might have a fun plan. Never mind, we don't have fun plans. Will this work, actually? Actually, no, it'll work, it'll work. We can definitely try it. So we're going to use Mark II's effect. It doesn't matter what I'm taking, it really doesn't. Because I'm just going to summon Plasma. And then with Plasma, I'm just going to take Helpful Armor. Which, again, is his main card. Which is pretty savage. So, give me Helpful Armor. We're taking Helpful Armor. And the cool thing is, this prevents me from losing card advantage in my deck. From, like, getting stuff, like, draw from my hand. And it's a one-sided skill drain, which is really good. Tether defeat. Can you use when your opponent's listed on my battle? The top card of your opponent's deck or is sent to the grave. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I'll go. I'll wait and see what I draw into first. And it doesn't really matter. We'll use Gear because I only have 2 targets left of this entire card in my deck. And I can just simply use him to attack for game, too. Oh, never mind. Now he has that guy on, so I can't really go for game now. Actually, I might. I forget, we still have, I think Gaga Samurai, right? We could just use the ability to pump it up even more. So, we're going to do this. Gaga Samurai. Yes. These emotes are cool. They're pretty cool emotes. They're pretty cool emotes. Like, they're really good. I will give it that. Kind of knew what I wish was going on. Yo, I feel you, Chorus 101. I feel you. I kind of wish I knew exactly what I was doing, you know? But I feel like I really don't. No. But again, like, Duel Links and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not that hard to pick up. It's like one of those games that's easy to learn, but it's difficult to master, I guess would be a way to say it. I cannot use his effect. Oh, you can only equip one monster at a time with this card. Okay, that's weird. But I guess it's understandable, I guess. Alright, let's just start swinging over stuff. Oh, great. Why? Every time. Every time, but it works. Every time. I'm assuming he's going to go for Gaga Samurai. Sakurama, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. I don't know what's going on, but I usually go with that. I still managed a few times win. Yo, that's what I like to hear. Like, it's actually just kind of funny where you're just, like, kind of going along with it and just going with the flow. And then you just, like, win. It's great. Like, I kind of did that when I first started playing Magic the Gathering. Like, after I learned how to play for, like, 4 weeks. Or, no, I'm sorry, like, I learned to play a little bit. Like, a week later, they decided, like, to do something called, like, you know, a draft tournament. And I had to build a deck from scratch from, like, 5 or 6 packs. And I ended up winning the entire thing. And they're like, just keep the deck as a prize. I'm like, ooh. There's, like, a $50 card in here, but are you sure? He's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, oh, cool. But welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great night, my dude. But there's a room idea for you, Firewall. For my streams of Duel Links, if you ever need to have the room ID, it's generally just exclamation point room. Just because, you know, it's pretty convenient for everybody involved. I mean, I feel like I could take Dark Necrophy, but I mean, we still took his Halpo Armor, which is pretty good. So I can add one of these Yugioh cards back from my deck, or graveyard to hand. I'll grab Armorer, because he kind of has a full effect, which is nice. Welcome, Zerikoma. I hope you're having a great night. I mean, this could be something. I don't know. I don't know. I can't use effects, so I don't know. We're going to try to bait out that face down card. I'll probably just make Diamond Dire or something and pop it or something. Yeah, we still have Diamond Dire, which is nice. Again, just having like one monster that can be dedicated, like destroy any card in the field is pretty nice. Yugioh is so funny. I mean, my build is definitely no means optimal, but it's a fun deck. Like, I have fun playing this deck. Especially because it's a little bit more consistent than Heraldry Beast, unfortunately, but it's still fun at the end of the day. But it's definitely not the deck I play the most or put a lot of attention to. What do you do? Oh! Nice! You see, this is what happens when you don't read cards. This is what happens when I don't read cards. Because I love this. I have his monster equipped in my zone, but he also has a monster equipped in his zone taking over my monster. He's also going to take me out with an obnoxious Celtic Guard. How obnoxious? Oh, that's fine. Again, the most important thing is we have fun, and I'm having a blast. Oh, it's all good. Yo, Zayn Teacher, GG, man. GG. I mean, I forgot all about Dark Necrophyr's ability to just swallow a monster when it gets sent to the grave, which is my fault. But great duel, man. Great duel. I have to end the stream now because I have been sent to the Shadow Realm. Everybody have a great rest. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to still go for a little bit longer. Yu-Gi-Oh player didn't... Again, it's so true. It's so true. Again, with most Yu-Gi-Oh cards, there's always paragraph upon paragraphs of text. With Magic, it's actually pretty straightforward these days. But GG. Good game, Saiyan Teacher. Good game, man. GG. GG, my friend. I mean, who got scammed, Circus? It wasn't me this time. I had no hand in doing this. I don't think so anyway. So I if anything, I think I'm actually the one who's a victim here. But it's all good. It's all good. We had fun. But if anybody else wants to join in, we can definitely get some more duels going in. Reading is for smart people. I mean, I would agree with that. Reading is definitely a thing I wish I did more often. Especially in a card game live streaming to like 19 people. So I actually look like I know what I'm doing. But you know what? You know what happens? It happens. It makes it for more funny content. You said 2 out of 3, right? That is true. We have one more we got to do. We could definitely do one more for sure than Same Teacher. We got to do one more then, I guess. Because that means... Because I won the first one. You won the second one. So yeah, we can definitely do another one, dude. Are we going to see... Wait, no, it's not... It's not Barrel Dragon because he's not playing as Sartorius or whatever it's called. So I'm okay with that. I think we're okay with that.
Watch closely, dweeb.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good.
Duel gazer, let's roll. Step right up to get smacked down. Duel. Okay. It's my
I would have preferred to have a trap or two, but it is what it is. All right. I mean, I do like this opening hand a little bit actually, so I can use Augur's effect. Give me this. Again, just search this for days. So go with that. Go with this. Go with this. Go with this. The glasses look like they have swag. I mean, Bandit Keith is from America. So I guess he tries to like put on a little bit more of a persona than he can. I want to... what do I want to grab? I don't even know what he's playing really. That's the thing that's kind of bothering me. No, I want to keep those in the deck. Okay, we're just gonna go with this one. So I need to keep that one card in the deck still, so I can be able to ensure that Gear's alive. Played League of Legends for the first time today. Got that. I've heard it's kind of like a difficulty learning curve at first, just because there's just so much micromanaging into it, right? Personally, I don't think it could be a game I could ever try playing. So kudos for playing them all. I just don't think I can actually play it. Oh, or Crust. Send one from your hand to the graveyard to draw 2. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So are they playing Orcust? So are they? I mean, Orcust are Dark Machine type, right? So that means they can fulfill the category for. Yeah, they're Dark Machine, so he could be playing Desperado Barrel Dragon, just a different build. If I remember correctly, they destroy face-up cards. So let's try to be a good player for once and kind of plan out my turns a little bit more. My sister always does a bot line and it sucked. Is that a League of Legends thing? Again, I've never played League of Legends. So I don't really know. He's playing Memory Loss. Ooh. So back when this card came out in the TCG in Judgment of the Light, I remember people were actually saying this is actually a relatively decent, like a budget version of Breakthrough Skill. And it works pretty well in Duel Links, honestly. Music is jamming. Welcome back, Casey. It's great to see you. Are you winning now? Sorry, Dad. Weird. I mean, we're doing all right, Dad. We won some games here and there. So I'd say, so it's like, you know, there's some win ratios for sure. So this is going to float, right? Oh, I don't have any targets. Yikes. All right, so this is from hand or... Okay, so hand or grave. Okay, I got an idea. So we're going to use MK2. Unless he has another memory loss. Subcard Gremlins Pork Nugget, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. They're playing another memory loss? For real? Yikes. Alright. I mean, I could still potentially do stuff. We'll see what happens, though. Oh, man, but that, again, memory loss is pretty good. Not gonna lie. Big fan of buzzes? Tell me a number for one. By the way, big fan of buses. Love your name. That's very creative, and I love it. Pork Nugget, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Metal Brigade. Glad to have you. Tell me number 1 to 20, 1 to 21. Have digital scratch cards, not real money. If you win, earn a follow. Yikes. I mean, that's some high stakes we got there. I'm feeling the number 12. Hopefully that does some well for you. Dealing with insomnia. Dude, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Unfortunately, I have to deal with insomnia too. But I have learned a few things that might be able to help. What have you tried doing to help with the insomnia? Like, is there anything you specifically been trying to do for the insomnia? Because, like, throughout my entire years of dealing with it, I have found some things that kind of help with it for sure. So I'm assuming he has a Desperado in hand, maybe? What's insomnia? So insomnia, Stu, is basically when you have a hard time either falling asleep or staying asleep. Tried everything. Yikes. I'm sorry to hear that. Have you tried... So, like, with everything, I'm assuming you've also tried things like... Some people say melatonin helps me. It doesn't help. It gives me migraines. Because there's melatonin. There's computer glasses. That actually helps. We have a reigning champion. Big fan of buses. Thank you so much for the follow, dude. Definitely appreciate that. What about buses that makes you happy? 6K? Really? Did you seriously just win 6K? Holy crap, dude. Congrats if that's actually true, man. Melatonin prescribed, meds, tea, CBD, etc. Oof, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I've never got anything prescription for it, but what I've been doing, there's like this magnesium drink that I found that somewhat does help me fall asleep, especially when I just like throw on some delta waves to listen to when I go to sleep. Have you tried listening to delta waves? We're actually at 402 now, which is insane. It's definitely insane. You can change this card defense position if you do change the attack. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Because I mean, he's gonna start attacking over, and we can just spend a little bit of protection against us, I guess. Don't forget it. Yes, we do have a Discord. If you want to do, feel free to join the Discord. Not only do we talk about Duel Links and Yu-Gi-Oh as a whole and other card games, but we also talk about anime, video games, and other stuff like that. The only thing that ever helps us play my dude, Bork. Dude, I totally feel you. I totally feel you. Whenever there's nights where I'm having a rough time sleeping, even with magnesium or anything else, sometimes just sitting on the couch with my guitar or bass and just, you know, playing some arpeggios or chords and stuff like that, it really does help. It really does help. Music is such a good thing to help with falling asleep. But dude, I'm sorry to hear that you're dealing with insomnia, man. That's never good. I mean, I've already lost. I've already lost for sure. Highly recommend the Rogue Comet. I highly recommend the Relaxed Millies. Interesting. Interesting. I might have to look into that as well. Because, I mean, again, I do... Does this one banish, actually? Once per turn, during you can target one special summon your mom. Oh, it had to be special summoned. Had to be special summoned. Alright, that's all fine. I'm going to do as much damage as I can, then. Metal, you play bass, please. I mean, when I say I play bass... Okay, so I do have 3 bass guitars, I think. But mainly a lot of my bass, like, skills basically just come from playing guitar. So a lot of it just involves, like, you know, following the guitar's, like, rhythm section. But I do play a little bit, yeah. But not a whole lot. I'm more proficient probably at guitar or ukulele. We're just going to attack over this and do as much as I can. During either player's turn. Got him. Got him. I have an electric 2. I'm playing... Ooh, Spanish acoustic guitar. That, again, Spanish acoustic guitar just sounds super beautiful. Especially when it's, like, on a nylon, like, you know, Spanish guitar. It's so beautiful. I have 2 guitars. Nice. What guitars do you have, if you don't mind me asking? Just because, like, again, I kind of like talking about, like, people, like, when they are like, you know, yo, I play Gibson. I really like the pickups and stuff like that. Or I like Schecter. Just because, again, I bought a Schecter and it's actually handling pretty well. Used to play the bass on Rocksmith. Nice. I do have Rocksmith. Unfortunately, though, I never got the cable with it, so I can't really, you know, get the most out of it, but it's all good. It's all good. 2 acoustic guitars, a cruise electric, and a ukulele. Dude, nice. I love it. Again, the ukulele is just a super fun instrument, but unfortunately, though, it's... Actually... You might get a kick out of this, Borg, then. You may get a kick out of this. This is one of my favorite ukuleles I've ever found. and I bought it after impromptu with my tax money. But it's a Fender ukulele with the Telecaster headstock. I really love this thing. Like, it's super fun. GG for sure, man. GG for sure. Campfire song. I don't remember the campfire song. Unfortunately, I just don't. We got to finish up our best 2 out of 3 with Tristan's voice. But yo, Firewall, thank you so much for destroying me with what was it? The sinker. That's awesome. Can you play Steven Universe? No, but I've been meaning to look it up to it for sure. I've been meaning to look up to Steven Universe's music because some of the music is fantastic. Like, It's Over, Isn't It? It's a beautiful song. But I never really watched Steven Universe. Hydrate sounds good, man. Appreciate that, dude. It's pure Orcrust. I mean, it's pretty good, dude. I've only played like against decks with Orcrust that use it in an engine, never as like the main thing. So it was actually pretty cool. Oh, he switched decks. Huh. I just realized that. I call my 2 acoustics Old Skita and Memoria. Nice. I like the names. Do they have any like is there any story behind them? The only guitar that I actually gave, so I have a Schecter that's blue with like but like the body of it kind of reminds me of like waves on the ocean floor. So I pretty much just called that one Wave. And for my my Gibson Epiphone Studio Les Paul, it's like it's a white body with like a black pickguard that I just needed Phantom. Honestly, I need to pick those up a little bit more. Because space constraints are thing, I really haven't been playing a lot of my instruments these days. After some kind of spruce and make those. Oh, interesting. I like that. That's actually pretty cool. That's fine. He can go with that. That's fine. She's my dad's old guitar. Oh, nice. Did your dad teach you to play guitar, or did you just pick it up and learn on yourself? Because I know that my father he played guitar a little bit. But he got me one because he realized I was really, really good at Rock Band. And yeah, I'm sorry, Guitar Hero. And then he's like, "You're pretty good at that. Do you want a guitar?" I'm like, I don't know. And then 10 years later and like 15 guitars later, I'm having problems. Taught myself, nice. That's one of the best ways to do it, just because like it allows you to like kind of like learn it best like for yourself. Just because teachers like sometimes they're not that. Like the one guitar teacher I had, he taught me how to play songs. Like there's truly a difference to learning how to play guitar versus learning how to play Sunshine of Your Love. Been playing since October. Nice. What songs have you learned so far, dude? Because yeah, like again, playing guitar and playing a song is totally different. Like I feel like playing guitar is like when you learn how to play major chords, minor chords, like the chords, scales, and also like improvisation and stuff like that. I don't trust this. I don't trust this a mile away. Good call. Good call. I don't think. Yeah, I don't have Deltaros. So we're gonna use normal. I'm gonna keep this in hand just for when I'm actually not gonna be doing a lot of pushing. I mean, I said 15 guitars, but it's not like actually 15. I'm not even too sure what the number is. So many, nice. What was the okay? So actually, question. If you remember, what was the first song you learned? Because I feel like the first song is always like one of the ones that are like really meaningful or have like some reason for it. Do you play one Inji Gearbox in this deck? I currently do not. It would make a lot of sense to play the one Gearbox, considering you can search stuff out like Arger or the Geargianos. But whenever I did play the Gearboxes, it just never came up. If that makes sense. Like, it just did not really come up to like having a needed purpose for it. DVO channel point thing for YouTube video. Unfortunately not Cross 101, just because like one of the things you'll notice is I don't have a lot of things like song requests and stuff like that, just because the last thing I want to have to worry about is like copyrights issues and stuff like that. I forgot that was the card. I am terrible at this game. So yeah, that's like one of the reasons why you don't like hear me playing like other music over the stream besides the in-game music, stuff like that. So it's a free +1 with a great discard. True. That is true. So like if I decide to, and I'm a terrible player at this game by the way, because I forgot those Plasma Bites that we shut down. But yeah, no. But no, that makes a lot of sense, especially if I play like more copies of like Ultimate Providence or Karma Cut. Again, yeah, the discard fodder is really good. That's fine. That's fine. I think Plasma Vice, though, still has sustained defense mode. I believe. What's the verbiage on that? Monsters change face down by... cannot change... Yes, okay, so it has to stay like that. Because it's not being changed by a card effect. So I don't have to worry about that a little bit. I can also play Icy Fire and The Last Goodbye. My favorites are The Hanging Tree, John Line, Mindsilver's Ghost, Coverbuck Fair, House of the Rising Sun. I'm familiar with House of the Rising Sun, but dude, nice. A lot of the songs that I typically learn how to play myself involve like a lot of like pop punk, alternative, like that kind of stuff. So that's mainly where my like the songs that I learn myself fall into. But I usually end up just picking up a lot of different songs too that I think would just be really fun to play. But it's also pretty cool to the point like where you get to the point when you play any instrument, we can start like learning how to play it by ear. Like that's always really cool. I have no idea of the franchise. I'm asleep, man. Good to see you again. Girls, thank you so much for dropping in again. Dude, thank you so much for the sub, dude. I greatly appreciate that. Have a great rest of your night, dude. Again, thank you for sticking with the stream for so long, not knowing how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Have a great rest of your night, dude. Hopefully we'll see you in the next stream, which will be Dragon Quest XI, dude. I can't wait for that. It's going to be so good. Love people with full floodgate trap me and they expect someone's up here from the... Right? It's so good because, like, again, you're okay with stuff being face down anyway. Like, face down trap players or whatever. All right, let's see. I mean, I can attack over it next turn because I still have the ability of the skill that with Kronk has. Also able to play Leave Her Johnny, the version from Assassin's Creed 5. Interesting. Never played Assassin's Creed really. I've only played the first game in the series, but that is awesome, dude. I've been meaning to check out that series as well. It's for some time too, so I definitely need to check it out. I know they're still like going pretty strong these days, right? Fortunately, I can't attack, which is fine. We'll just go to pass turn. Miracle Draw. What does that do again? If you have an elemental hero on the turn, he'll become Pot of Greed? That's actually pretty lit. I kind of like that, actually. If you want to join the server and play for it. I mean, it's up to you, man. It's definitely up to you. We do actually have a promote section if you ever want to like promote any Twitch or YouTube or anything like that, dude. By all means, you're more than welcome to do so.
My monster's effect activates.
Oh, he's still using the effect. I forgot about that. What does Pot agreed to? I don't know. I'll probably have to check out MST TV to be able to see what actually it does. But Pot agreed. Hang on. Let me see if we can figure out. We need to answer this question once and for all. Where's Pot agreed? Pot agreed, Pot agreed, Pot agreed, Pot agreed. So it allows you to just draw 2 cards. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm also a beginner animator, digital artist, and digital music composer. Dude, nice. I've also been working on composing music on my own, but that's awesome, dude. What is like what are some of the main what are some of the main music type that you compose? Honestly, and also animation seems really cool, dude. My wife is an animator as well and digital arts commissioner, so it's really cool to be able to meet more people like that. Game ambient themes, nice. That is awesome, dude. Love to hear some of your work, and again, feel free to promote the stuff in the promotion section. That's what it's for. I see a pretty fair card. During your standby phase. Okay, that's fine. Or is it? I mean, I don't. Is it actually going to attack? Freelance would be really cool. Like, are you signed up with like websites like Fiverr? Because like I believe Fiverr is a really good website to get traction on that kind of stuff. And of course, like, you know, networking with other content creators and stuff like that as well, who might either be in the similar field that you can, like, you know, get more information from. need to build my portfolio. I mean, that makes sense, dude. That makes sense. You definitely want to like build up a nice portfolio before you do anything like that. Fusion recovery plant. Okay. You discard one card, add a pulverization from your deck or your graveyard to your hand. You can target one monster from those, use the fusion material. Gotcha. Okay. I will admit, Stu, the Duel Links music on its own is actually pretty good. Like, again, it's not like Persona 5 level, but it's still pretty cat jam. Made a few tracks and a bunch of works in the progress. Dude, same. Whenever I do work on, like, my DAW, like, I hate to say this, but I'll, like, make a ton of songs but never fully finish them. But I have been getting better in terms of, like, actually fully finishing some songs. And I've only just recently gotten, like, the, like, courage to, like, start uploading them a little bit more consistently to stuff. I've heard good things about FL Studio. Currently, right now, the main, like, the only DAW that I've really been using is Mixcraft, like, Pro Studio 8. But I've heard of good things about FL Studio. I might look into checking out some other DAWs out there, but for now, this one's working fine. So I might have to look more into it. He has 2 cards in hand. This is Woodsman. I'm just going to get rid of the Fusion Recovery Plant. The extra 15 plug-in bundle. Nice! I've actually, like, from the people I've seen who streamed music composition, I've only really seen them do, like, you know, lo-fi and hip-hop stuff. So I kind of always wonder how, like, the plugins would sound like some, like, with, like, electric instruments. Really hope Blizzard adds Crusader into Diablo. Is Crusader, like, a class, Muldog? Because I believe, wasn't that, like, a class in, like, Diablo 2 or 3? It's a, okay, cool. Like, again, I know very little bit about Diablo 2. Because I remember seeing, like, watching people when I was younger play it all the time. And then snagged all the plugins bundled from the $200 because I had 2 sales overlapping. Yo, are you talking about the, what one is it called? Like, because there was a deal, what, I think it was it Isotope? It might have been Isotope. Did you, like, get the deal from Isotope, or was it somewhere else? Because I know Isotope had, like, a ton of plugin and, like, you know, stuff like that for, like, 90% off or something ridiculous like that. Their website? Gotcha. Stardust Crusader. Stardust Crusader's theme is pretty good, not gonna lie. Like, again, JoJo's themes just slap pretty well. He made another one. Oh, he's got it. Tristan's voice has got the win. Wait, no. Well, no, actually, because he can't discard a card. Okay, so we're still in this, boys. We're still in the game. I just need to find a way to get rid of Plasma Vice. We're still in. Image line, just let those 2 sales overlap. Makes sense. I mean, I'm just glad to hear that you got them on sale for a really good price. Because, again, plugins can make all the difference at times. Because, I mean, he's going to use Plasma Vice to attack. We're going to use his effect to negate. I could summon... He can, but we're in the battle phase, and now it's my turn. It's my turn. Okay, so we're going to attack over this. I should have waited actually and do it on the different turn, but that's okay. So I've already plugged in and bought some new presets. Nice. Nice, nice, dude. Definitely can't wait to hear some of your work. I honestly, again, a lot of the stuff that I have with Mixcraft is like the stock stuff besides like some stuff from Isotope. So I definitely need to look into getting some more plugins at some point. I've been following, do you follow some of the musicians on YouTube like Spectre Sound Studios and like some of those other gear musicians? Like, have you checked out some of the stuff that they've like, because like I know there's actually a ton of free plugins you can actually get some as well. I'm going to destroy Woodsman because Woodsman can give him some recursion. Nope, no, it's all good. Squidward, welcome! Metallic playing gears to calm our fears. Metallic playing gears to calm our fears. Oh, dude, like, if only I was actually playing Ancient Gears. But Squidward, welcome to the stream. It's great to see you. Hope you are doing well, my dude. Unfortunately, we're getting close to the end of the stream here, but I do want to give you a quick shout-out. Again, if you guys like Duel Links content and also like wholesome streamers, Squidward is a really good streamer. Go check them out. Show them some love and appreciation. I cannot recommend them enough. I want to attack directly, though. I do want to attack her directly, though. We're going to do this. Thank you, Saint Teacher. Definitely appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you. Yes, we do have a Discord. Feel free to join in, and we can, again, there's a lot of content we can always discuss and, again, promote. Can we go for a game? Yes, we got it. Saint Teacher. Dude, if you had one card left in your hand for Plasma Vice, that would have been it. But, dude, good game, man. Good game. Good game, Kron. Good game. How you doing, man? I'm doing good, man. We're having a pretty good stream right now. Unfortunately, though, it is like the end of the stream now. So we have to, unfortunately, go into the very awkward goodbyes. But it was a really good stream, man. Thank you for asking. Monday. Just for George, dude, I am sorry to hear that it's Monday for you, but I'm glad to see you, man, even if you're at the very end of the stream. Hopefully work goes pretty well for you, dude. I appreciate you for stopping by. Blue Gators, one day to freedom. I appreciate you guys. But anyway, so the freedom that he's talking about, Stu, is the fact that, like, again, because he has a sub for this channel, I believe, so he feels obligated to watch or something like that. I think. No, we can't ban Blue Gator yet. He has 1 day left. Why would we ban him before he's like his time is done? You know. But it's been pretty interesting. All right, let's see. So, with that being said, we're gonna see who's streaming some Duel Links, and we'll give them a raid. I just want to make sure my uke doesn't fall. There we go. Let's see who is streaming right now for Duel Links. We have Axe Mango who's streaming right now. Yeah, we could totally give him a raid. Again, Axe Mango is a great streamer who does do Duel Links content right now for sure. Yeah, we could do Axe Mango. Again, like whenever I'm streaming a game, I try to keep the raid that we do the same game. Unless somebody redeemed the Guide the Raid stream. Like, you know, whatever. Oh, Circus. All right, sounds good. Is that like their actual username? I'm assuming there's no spaces because Twitch does not allow you to have spaces. Thank you, Maldog. Thank you so much again for hanging out. It was a lot of fun to hang out with you, man. Have a great rest of your night. Post and review my current project. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, I'll definitely have to check it out. Thank you for that. Oh, so Taitori draws. Yeah, dude. Let me know if you have any other questions or anything. You can feel free to send me a whisper or anything like that on Twitch or even Discord. And yeah, we could definitely get you some more information. Like you give like either more tips or just something that I've kind of like worked through with myself. But yeah, we're gonna get this raid going. It looks like they're doing art, which is always really cool. Always love seeing people do artsy things. Let's get them pulled up here really quick. Again, thank you, Saint Teacher, for letting people know about the Discord. Definitely appreciate that. The next stream that will be happening will be on Tuesday, which we'll be doing Dragon Quest. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I've been loving that game. You have any new stuff, bro? All right, sounds good, Bork Nugget. Definitely appreciate you, man. We'll definitely get some discussion, especially with all the good, like, you know, music content stuff talking to. All right. Good night, Metallic. Thank you for the duels. All right, you as well, Saint Teacher. Thank you as well. Stu, have a great night. Everybody have a great rest of your night. I will see you in the next stream. Hopefully, stay safe, stay awesome, stay warm, and stay yourselves, guys.